Welcome to the Words to Empower podcast, featuring Bishop Frank Stewart, pastor of the Acts Ministry in Conway and North Little Rock. And now, Pastor Stewart.
It wasn't many times that Mama, sometimes it wasn't many times that, you worry your mother, single parent, keep on worrying your mother. My mother was a single parent. She had 6 kids, so sometimes she was just say, go ahead. How many know what happened when you went on and went ahead? Sometimes God says, go ahead. Wow. I don't want to have anything that he doesn't want me to have. Hear me, teens and preteens. Hear me, young people, old people. Hear what I'm saying to you. Make a covenant with God. Lord, I don't want anything that you don't want me to have, because if I grab anything you don't want me to have, I know what's going to happen, because you've already seen it, and I don't want it. So God says, I've been doing for them since Egypt, since they were children, and they have been rejecting me the whole time. Wow. God says, I sent Moses to bring you out of slavery, and you fought Moses every step of the way. Isn't this amazing? Sometimes the people that have our best interests, we fight them every step of the way. And God says, let them have it. Give it to them. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 17. Look at this. 1 Samuel, keep those Bibles open. We're studying a little bit before we get to it. Look at this. Look what happens here. So Samuel said, talking about the same thing about dealing with a king. So Samuel said, when you were little, Lord have mercy, in your own eyes, were you not head of the tribe of Israel? And did not the Lord anoint you king over Israel? Now, first king was Saul. Now, he's in the same vein we've been talking about. God blesses, and then we forget. I want to introduce you to, I believe, one of the greatest principles, if you will, that we have to deal with. One of the greatest temptations that we have to deal with. I call it the palace temptation. I call it the temptation when God takes you to the place that you've been praying for, when God blesses you, what you've been asking for. He gives you the education. He gives you the degrees. He gives you the position. He gives you the house. He gives you the car. And then as we go up, the palace. Now, one thing you're going to see as we study the kings of Israel, most of them messed up when they got to the palace. Look at somebody and say, can you handle to be blessed? Now, our forefathers, they basically told us, don't worry about getting blessed because people backslide. No, that is not the view we take, because we need to get to the palace to impact the lives of other people. Look at somebody and say, I need to be blessed to help my children. I need to be blessed to help my grandchildren. I need to be blessed to help the young people of my generation. So we don't teach that just stay poor, you'll be all right. No. I need to get to the palace so I can open the door for others, so they can escape poverty, so they can escape destruction as teenagers. I need to have a palace marriage so I can help other marriages, other people that are getting divorces and destroying their families. We need to get to the palace. So I don't want you to think I'm not saying don't go, but the palace. It's a whole different world. The palace brings about a whole different temptation. You have access to stuff you never had before. I wish I could just talk for a second. Huh? See, once I pulled my chair up under my desk and you got the keys to a brand new car, the company-owned car, and all that stuff, and your own secretary and all that. It's amazing what people would do for you to promote them. Black, white, Hispanics, you name it, we're all human. When you get in that position where you have power, there are temptations that you never seen before come your way. And most of the kings in Israel, most of them messed up. You said, what about this Saul? Well, we're gonna talk about Saul just a little bit, because when you deal with Saul, and notice what Samuel just said to him. When Samuel talking to him, he says to him about God anointed him over Israel, and he began to deal with Saul, and he began to talk to Saul about when he first came into position, he was small in his own eyesight. Saul was incredibly humble. He was a humble person. See, the time won't let me deal with this. But just stay with me for a second. I want you to see it. I want you to see it. When you were little in your own eyes.
Stay tuned for more of Frank Stewart. And now for some special announcements.
Thanks for partnering with the Acts Ministries. We value your service and your donations. That's why we've made it easy to make contributions to support our ministry. Simply go to your web browser and click the search bar and type in actsministriesonline.org. Then click Donate Online. It's really that easy. For mobile giving, text the amount you wish to donate to 501-302-4242. That's Simple Give.
And now, more of Pastor Frank Stewart.
When you didn't have anything, God says, you loved me then. He was an incredible, humble man. When they came to Saul and began to talk to him about being king, Saul says, I'm nobody. He said, I come from a small family. I come from a small tribe, from a small family. I'm dysfunctional. I am nobody. Why would you honor me like this? God blessed him. And he honored him. And he promoted him. Now he's in the palace. And he's got beside himself. Wow. Why do I need to study this? Why do you need to study this? This is insurance policy. Because God is getting ready to take us somewhere. Now, I know some people say they don't need it. They say, I can get there and I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to mess up. See, you need somebody you're accountable to. So when you brush aside all this word and all this stuff, and then you get there and you mess up in your marriage, you mess up with your finance, you need somebody to say, you didn't listen when I told you this. And I'm only reiterating it so you won't let this happen again. This is insurance policy for all of us. Verse 18. Look at it. Now the Lord sent you on a mission and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they are consumed. Why then did you not obey the voice of the Lord? Why did you swoop down on the spoil and do evil in the sight of the Lord? Here. And Saul said to Samuel, but I have obeyed the voice of the Lord and gone on a mission on which the Lord sent me and brought back Agag, king of the Amalekites. I have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. I did do it. Just touch somebody and say, you got to get honest. This is why Saul is destroyed, because he disobeyed. But David committed murder and adultery, and he still becomes the greatest king of Israel. You know why? Because when God confronted David For all the sins he's done, you know what David said? Guilty. Let's get some practice in. Throw your hands and say, guilty, Lord. I know that's hard for some folks. That's hard. You know, I'm telling you, that's hard for lots of people to say that. It's hard. Some people have never said, you know what, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. There are people that are married and been married for years and never told the other spouse that it was my fault. I made a mistake. Saul said, you know, I did do it. Then God said, I just told you to do something. David committed adultery and murder. And when God confronted him, he said, guilty. Against thee and thee only have. Shout out loud, I did it. Ooh, that's good. That's good. It's some healing coming in. Shout it out again. Say, I did it. Some of y'all still didn't open your mouth. You just smile. Okay. All right. I'll see you later on in the office. That's why it's such a benefit to have somebody be under somebody that know you. See, people want to run from this church to that church so they can get a chance to start all over again because the folks don't know them. And you got to be careful as a member, especially new members, when people come to you and tell you a whole bunch of stuff because they're only telling you their side of it.
For mobile giving, text the amount you wish to donate to 501-302-4242.
The Acts Church in North Little Rock is located at 1224 Franklin Street. Morning Glory begins at 8 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Sunday school begins at 8:30 a.m. And for a powerful word, join us at 9:30 a.m. for our morning worship service. Bible study is each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to actsministriesonline.org or give us a call at 501-329-2055.
Thank you for tuning in to the Acts Ministry Podcast. The Acts Church is located at 1423 England Street in Conway and 1224 Franklin Street in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Tune in each day to hear an inspiring word from Pastor Frank Stewart.
Greetings in the wonderful name of Jesus Christ. My name is Frank Stewart. I'm the pastor of Acts Ministries in Conway and also in North Little Rock. We also have an outreach on John Barrow where we partnership with the city and other ministries there. I want to invite you to partner with us in this ministry. I want to invite you to share with us in propagating the gospel of Jesus Christ. There are many things that we're doing and we're going to continue to do. We have a vision in mind on how to be a blessing to the communities that we're in. So we're asking you to be a partner with us. I believe that God will reward you and he will multiply you. So join us in the Acts Ministry in sponsoring not only this broadcast, but what we're doing in the great city of Little Rock, North Little Rock, and also Conway. God bless you.